Hey busy crafters, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making a wall decor for the springtime. And I'm starting off with a piece of plywood, circles. It came in a 6-piece pack. It's from Woodpile and I bought that at Hobby Lobby. They're originally $17.99 and I got it for 40% off. This is a 14-inch by 14-inch all the way around. And what I'm doing is I'm starting off with painting the back of it white, because we always want our projects to be finished, especially in the back. I kind of dumped a little bit too much paint on there. But what I'm using is the Hello Hobby white acrylic chalk paint that I got from Walmart, and I'm painting it all the way around. And then when that's done, I gotta put some paint back in there because that's kind of wasteful. So I'm doing that. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do the sides of it. The front of it we're going to be covering in paper, so I don't have to paint the front. And then I go ahead and bring out my handy dandy hair dryer to dry the paint, and it worked really well. I'm hoping to get my heat gun soon, so that'll be great. And yeah, just going ahead and drying it all up right now. And then I found some spots that needed to have a little bit extra paint. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the sides. Now here's where I'm doing the sides of it. Something I noticed with this wood is when I put the paint on the back of it and the sides, it kind of curled up a little bit. It got warped. So luckily for me, when I decided to glue the paper onto the back, it kind of fixed itself a little bit. I just had to work with it to kind of bend it back into a flat piece instead of, it was trying to go up like a taco, which I have no problem with tacos. They're really great, but I don't want my project to look like a taco. See, there I am trying to push it down. So now we're going to go ahead, and that's the paper that I used. I got that paper from Michaels, I believe it was. Yeah, I think it was Michaels. And I got it years ago because I love making cards as well. So now we're going ahead and in little sections putting the Mod Podge on. And this paper became kind of a pain in the rear when I tried to line it up, because I like things done perfectly. And when it doesn't come out perfectly, I get really frustrated with myself. That's something that I have to work on. But here I am trying to line it up to where you can't really see the seam. Unfortunately, you can kind of see the seam, and I unfortunately do have a little bit of bubbles in the paper. But once we get on with the other piece of the project that goes on top of it, you really can't tell much of what, you can't really tell the seams, and you can't tell that on the top piece in the little corner, it's not really matched up correctly. Not the way that I would like it. So it kind of bugs me because I like things to be, pristine. So then again, we're going in little sections with the Mod Podge. And I think I should have used a little bit more Mod Podge than I did. And maybe that's why I didn't get the bubbles. Or that's why I got the bubbles. If you guys have any tips on how to not have bubbles, I'd really appreciate it if you drop that down in the comments. So here I am trying to piece together the last piece. And it came out pretty well. I put it off to the side. So now I'm going to Mod Podge the whole top of it to give it that extra protection, I guess you can call it. Yeah, and then after that, we're going to take that little yellow finger sander that I got off of Amazon, and it really comes in handy. And now we're going to be scraping the sides of it to get all the excess off, or excess, not access, to get the excess paper off around it. And it really works out really well. That little finger sander is amazing. I really like it. And it's not just, for crafting projects. My son actually used it on his car a couple times. So now we're all done with that, and that's what it looks like. Got a little bit of wrinkles, but it is what it is. So now I bought that Hello Spring sign from Hobby Lobby last year, and I got it for like 67 cents because it was on clearance, and it turned out great. So now we're going to go ahead and paint the Hello part in the Hello Hobby acrylic chalk paint in the color light mint. I really like that mint color. It really is kind of springy. And I believe I put 3 coats, my bad, I'm sorry, 3 coats of paint on this sign because the wood seemed to really want to absorb the paint, especially around the sides, because, you know, we have to make sure our projects are done. So, got to do the sides as well. So here's me trying to do the sides. There was already a coat of paint on that sign, and they were like, the wood was really sucking in the paint. So I did 3 coats, and the sides were they're not really up to my par. But you got to pick your battles and keep your sanity. For the flowers on the sides of the sign, I used acrylic paint from Apple Barrel in the color of Velvet Crush for one of them. And for the other one, I used Apple Barrel acrylic paint in the color Sunny Day. And for the leaves, I used Apple Barrel acrylic paint in the color Kelly Green. So now what I'm doing is I'm putting on little beads, and I don't know the dimensions of the beads because they came in a very large pack with many different sizes from from Amazon actually. And so I don't have the dimensions of the beads. But what I'm doing is I glued 7 to the back of this spring sign, so that way it kind of has like a pop out feel, like it's a 3D, when we put it on the round sign that we did earlier in the project. And I don't have the footage of the ribbon going on. I did make a messy bow ribbon, and I used ribbon from Hobby Lobby in the spring shop, and the ribbon is really pretty. It's got some butterflies on it, and it's kind of see-through and glittery, as well as ribbon that I used from Michaels, that I got from Michaels, and I used navy blue as well as a baby pink to go on top of the butterfly ribbon, as well as purple lace ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree. And they are 5 1/8 inch by 9 feet from Dollar Tree. And then the same with 5 1/8 inch for the other 2, the dark blue and the pink. So now, because I really love those ladybugs and they're amazing, I went ahead and glued down 3 ladybugs, one on the leaf, one on the little G right there, and then one on the H, the swirly part of the H. And it turned out really cute, kind of springy. And for the hanger, I actually got this from, I think I got this from my mom. Thanks, Mom. And it's a Easter twine thing, and it comes in pink, purple, and white. So there's the ribbon that I got from the spring shop at Hobby Lobby. It was also $6.99, and I got it 40% off, because right now all their spring stuff is 40% off. Even though it doesn't feel like spring where I'm at, that's why I gotta bring it to the inside the house, because as I am filming this right now, we are getting about 5 feet of snow outside. I guess it's good because at least our reservoirs are being filled, and that's what we kind of need. So here's me trying to figure out how to do the bow. And my husband called me. So then I lost the footage of that. So here's the end project. Everything is done. Please like, share, and subscribe this and help my channel grow. I appreciate you guys. Bye.